Thank you for tuning back in. I want to take a moment to talk about this next episode. This next episode is a sit down conversation with myself, my daughter Sadie. And before we dive into the episode, I just want the audience to know that the questions that I asked Sadie, some of the answers do not come back as direct answers. And I want the audience to recognize this episode is promoting conversation with our children. And even if the answers are not 100% direct answer to the questions, it gets us into the mind of Sadie and into her mind and her thoughts and how she sees things and how she sees the world. And the main reason for this episode and the heart of this episode is to encourage parents that we live our lives every day with our children. We feed them, we clothe them, we laugh, we go on vacations, we do everything which where I call sort of surface level. But these deeper heartfelt conversations are so important to have because it helps us dive into the mind of our child and our children. And when you watch this episode, if even if you notice that some of the questions weren't direct answers, pay attention to her story and her perspective because it helps you understand and the discoveries that were made during this episode and some of the discoveries I sort of already knew because these are ongoing conversations. Again, this is a one-time conversation you, the audience, get to see. But for me as a parent, these are ongoing conversations that we have with our children. And I think it's a great episode for you to share with another parent to give them the insight that we have so much surface level conversations on a daily basis, but how often do we have conversations that dive into the mind and the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions of our children? So I hope you enjoy and I hope you have as much fun as I did interviewing this very special guest. Thank you and enjoy.
What is disobeying? It's being sneaky.
I mean, technically, it's not disobeying because he never told us not to.
Okay, how do you deal with sadness when you feel it?
Like, when I'm alone, I cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, probably kept making mistakes, and I probably just didn't understand like what my teacher was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I went home and just went in my room and cried.
Really?
Yes.
Welcome to the Paul Larry Show, where real stories unfold like a movie. This isn't just a podcast, this is an experience. Imagine curling up with your favorite book, getting lost in a story, or taking a long drive with a voice that pulls you in. This is what we do here. We take the stories of everyday people, the struggles, the triumphs, the moments that shape us, and we bring them to life. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's go on this journey together. Because every story has a heartbeat, and you're about to hear it.
How do you feel that Daddy did not make you the first guest?
Since I was not the first guest,
Yeah.
probably like 1%, just like 1%.
1% what?
Like 1%, a little bit sad, like by 1%.
It could be 100%. I really don't mind. Now you're a little bit sad by 1%. Where did that sadness come from? Did it come from the fact that you wanted it and I chose to do other interviews before you?
Probably, yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't care that much.
Mm-hmm.
But probably 1% sad. But
And just so you know the reason why you weren't the first guest, I didn't want to just sit down and talk. I wanted this to be so special that I couldn't just hit record and do a show with you. I really wanted to do something really special with you. So what I thought about was an activity and to have some nice snacks, some tea, and do an activity together while we have a conversation. I was also very intentional about the topic. And for the audience out there, we have a surprise. This is no ordinary game of Jenga. So before you turn this channel off or before you turn this off, let me tell you, this is not just me interviewing an 11-year-old, right? Sadie Ramjan. There's more that us adults will get out of this than the children. I promise you. And also, in this surprise Jenga, we have a special treat for you guys. Let me just start by saying this, Sadie. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Sadie, before we start, I want to have a word of the day. You know what the word of the day is?
No.
Today, the word of the day is internalizing.
Internalizing?
Do you know when somebody asks you, or if you hear the word internalizing, do you know what that means?
No.
To internalize something?
No.
Okay. Let me break it down to you like this, right? So for like internalizing, you could internalize anything. Like you could internalize the way you see yourself. You could internalize the way you feel about something, or you could internalize the way you feel about someone else. I'll give you a perfect example, right? So dance. All right, this is a great example. Now stay with me, grown-ups. Okay, so Sadie is a dancer. She's been dancing since you were
6.
6 years old. And you have your first solo coming up.
Yes.
Excited about that?
Yeah.
What are some of the feelings you're feeling about your solo?
I'm excited and nervous because it's solo, like, you dance alone. Like, it's so, like, forget it. Like, there's 2 ways it can end. You either improv and, like, because the judges doesn't know the choreography.
Right.
But, like, if you forget it, you can also, like, just stand on stage with everybody watching you.
But you've been practicing for so long.
Yeah.
So I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And now I'm glad you used dance as a perfect example for what I'm going to tell you about internalizing. Now, let's say there's a move that you have to do, right? And this is a move that's hard. So you're practicing every day. And then you're practicing so much that one day you just told yourself, you know what? You start thinking to yourself and internalizing, I'm never going to get this move. So now you just planted a seed in your head, right? And then if you keep watering that seed and you keep telling yourself, I'm never going to get this move. And every day mom say, Sadie, let's practice. And then before you even begin to practice, you already watered that seed so much. You internalized that I, Sadie, will never be able to hit this move, right? Now you've internalized and you've created a belief system, a belief. You start to believe that you will never be able to do that move. So it will make it harder. And what happened is you're going to not put as much effort. You're not going to think of creative ways to learn it because you've already created a belief system. So we could internalize things. We could internalize the way we feel about ourselves. Like, let's say you don't like your beautiful long curly hair and it's hard to comb. And every time you're combing it, it's hard. And you put a seed in your brain and say, you know what? I hate my hair. And now every day you look at your hair, you keep watering that belief. My hair sucks. You're going to start to look at your hair in your head, internalizing inner. So the way I look at it, the way I think about it, the way I feel about it, right? And you're going to keep watering that seed the way you feel about your hair. Now, is there anything in your life that you're okay sharing that you've internalized, maybe about yourself or someone else or a feeling?
So, like, probably, like, with, like, my hair. I like my long hair, but, like, I don't, like, cut it, 'cause, like, sometimes, like, it just can, like, don't get me wrong, I love my hair, but I just want to cut it, 'cause, like, it would be easier to take care of, and, like, 'cause, like, everyone knows if you have long hair, if you take a shower, it never dries.
Really?
Yeah, it took like a whole day to dry. Unless you comb it out.
So your hair like sucks in a lot of water. It holds in a lot of water.
Yeah. But like if it's short, it don't hold in that much.
That's why like sometimes when you take a shower before bed and mom do your hair and stuff, like you have to put something because it leaves like wet marks on your pillow.
Yeah.
And so you've sort of internalized that already. Like you believe that, you know what, it'll be a lot easier if I just cut my hair short. And now, is that the only reason you want to cut it short? Or is there other reasons as far as like
I feel like I should look like better with like more shorter hair. Not too short, but like shorter hair.
I think that's something you could talk to mom about and you and mom could do, but that's a really, really great example of internalizing. For me, like sometimes before I started therapy, there was a lot of things that I've internalized about myself, right? That I believed about myself that started when I was even younger than you. Growing up and I'm very open with my kids about my journey, so they know my entire story. And growing up in how I grew up, right? Like I've internalized a belief system about myself. And I believed that for so many years. And now going through therapy, I'm cutting down. So remember, I told you a thought starts with a seed, and if you keep watering it, it grows, and you start believing that about yourself. So it grew into all of these big trees, right? These humongous trees that I believe about myself. So in therapy, we're cutting down those trees, and we're ripping out the roots, and we're putting new seeds. And now I'm beginning to water those seeds, and I'm believing things about myself, right? um, my confidence, my ability to be a great dad, everything that I doubted, now I'm watering it, right? Do you have anything that you can water that maybe you started to like water negative things, but now after learning this, you're like, you know what? Maybe I could cut down that tree, dig out the roots, and put new seeds and water it. Water it. Is there anything in your life you could think of that you can do that to?
So like probably like for example, like you know how I left like my old studio as a new one?
Okay, so Stady left her old dance studio, which was a huge competition-based dance studio, and now she's at a new dance studio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like I went to that one when I was 6 years old
Mhm.
and left when I was 10. Like I have lots of memories there, like so much good and bad memories there.
Can you speak on some of the good?
So it's a good like I was very popular there. Like
Mhm.
I knew basically like almost everybody.
Mhm.
Like it was like very fun there because the costumes were like very like fun and cute,
Mhm.
and I love the dances. Those like were the goods, but like with the bag, like the costume like very itchy, like
The costumes were very itchy.
it was so itchy, and like the neck part of it was like so tight,
Really?
like it was so hard to breathe in, but we all managed. We managed.
And was there anything like negative that you thought about yourself there that you say, hey, you know what? Maybe I could chop down that tree, dig out the root, and let me start planting some new seeds. Let me think of one for me. One for me was that, let me see. Oh, you know like how I'm a people pleaser? Like I'm afraid to tell people no
Yeah.
because maybe I think if I say no, that maybe they won't like me as much.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm chopping those trees down. I'm ripping out the roots, and I believe in myself that, hey, I can say no. And if I say no and you don't like me anymore, then you'll never like me to begin with, right? And I'm creating boundaries, right? And knowing that, hey, it's okay. Like, and now I put a new seed in and I'm watering that seed. So that for me, that's just one. So you don't have to answer now, but you could, as you just learn this new word, think about it as you go on with your life about internalizing. What am I going to water and what am I going to rip out? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now, are you ready?
Yes.
Now we're going to use that new word with this game. Okay.
Okay.
Now, guys, this is going to be fun. So who wants to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. We can use two hands. Okay.
Okay.
Now check this out. On every Jenga block, there's a question. And we're going to ask a question and then we're going to think about that word internalizing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And see if we could apply it to the question. If not, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. So, what is your favorite holiday and why? Christmas,
Yeah.
because of gifts, and also I'm gonna use an internalizing.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, Christmas, because we were so poor growing up, like we never really got gifts, right? So I told myself when I was a little kid, like I didn't really deserve cool gifts. So if I got a really cool gift, it was like the biggest deal in the world. I never thought I deserved much, but that's one tree that I'm chopping down because I know that I deserve a lot, and I know that I deserve good things. So for me, with this question, what is your favorite holiday and why? Christmas, because of gifts. My internalizing this question, how I've internalized Christmas was I didn't believe that I deserve good things, but now I do. All right, your turn.
So, we use the same block?
You
Or
can,
no?
if you like the question, you can take it, but you can do it and try to get a new one.
I'll take it. Okay, so my favorite holiday and why is April Fool's and Christmas.
Oh.
Cause I liked pranking people, and Christmas, like I like getting gifts and like spending time with like my family and stuff.
Can you think of an something you internalized with that question?
Okay, so like I remember like a few years ago, like the like first time like we started April Fool's, like we was like so younger. Like I was now like 8 or 7,
Mhm.
7 or 8, I don't know. Like I remember like Caleb, like we had a calendar thing to like keep the days, cause like I was like learning about like the days and stuff.
Hey.
And like I remember like him like switching up like everything, like the months, like the days, everything. And I remember like I like switched it up a bit more.
Mhm.
And like it was just so funny.
How did it make you feel?
It was like funny, like, cause that was like the first, probably the first one we either did or that I remember.
I remember that. He switched up the days and you thought like Monday was Sunday or Sunday was Monday.
No, cause I knew, cause like I saw him do it, but I knew.
Okay. Cool. All right, I want you to go.
Okay.
It's okay. We could use each other questions, but then each
Okay.
other can go. You can use 2 hands if you need to. Oh, you're brave. You're gonna put N, please.
You. Okay. I am more a stuffer or a feeler about your emotions. Okay. Okay, so it depends, like, if I'm like sad, I'm a stuffer. If like I'm happy, I'm a feeler. Mad, definitely a feeler.
Can you explain all 3, starting with sad?
Sad, cause like, okay, with that, I'm kind of both, cause like sometimes like when I'm around people, like I just don't want to cry, so I try like hiding it. But when I'm alone, I'll just let it all out.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable telling me about a time that you felt sad and that happened?
I mean, well, yeah. With like that, I came home from like dance, cause like I had like a bad day of dance, cause like probably was kept making mistakes, and like I probably just didn't understand like what my teacher was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
So like I went home and just went in my room and cried.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow! And you never told us about that. I've never heard this. My first time hearing that story. And how did you feel after you cried?
Better.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
And after that, I wanted to quit, but I didn't.
What? Say that again.
After that, like I wanted to quit, but I didn't.
You wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Really? Was it because the teacher was yelling at you?
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I was still 11.
Okay, can we apply internalizing? Was there when you felt sad? If you can remember, did you internalize anything about yourself? Did you feel like you wanted to quit because you wasn't good enough, or you can
I feel like I wanted to quit because, like, I feel like I was, because, like, everyone else, like, just knew, and, like, I was just, like, the only one getting yelled at. And, like, I feel like just embarrassed because I felt like I was holding, like, them back. But, yeah.
But you said you didn't quit, so that means you did not feed, you did not water negative thoughts. You kept pushing, and you're a great dancer because of it. Now the second one you said sad. The second one you said
Happy.
happy. Explain that.
Because, like, I'm, like, when I'm, like, happy, like, I was, like, normally always happy, but I just, like, get kind of silly. And, yeah.
You do get silly when you get extremely happy, and it's the funniest thing. And what was the other one? Angry,
Mad.
mad. Explain mad.
Cause so like if like either Caleb or Jane like annoys me very badly, I just like want to punch them so badly.
Jaden and Caleb are her older brothers. Oh, can we talk about that a little bit? Being the only girl.
I like being the only girl, cause like I run the household.
You do run the. Do you think you have me wrapped around your little finger?
Everybody is.
Even mom.
Yes.
You think you have mom wrapped around your little?
Yes. I own the house, so
So you think you own the house?
yeah, I own everybody.
All right, let me ask you a question. Are there moments being the last and the only little girl and not having a sister? Are there moments in that where you feel like kind of sad about that you wish you had another sister?
Yeah, cause like since, cause like I watched the like YouTubers, and like they have like so much kids, like 16 kids.
16?
Yeah. Some like some are adopted and some are not. But like it's just like
Is that why you wanted us to adopt from that show?
what?
Is that why you wanted us to adopt a baby sister for you?
Yeah. I want an older and like a younger.
So you want us to adopt two?
No, I don't. No, because I used the one the like the older and the younger. The older that can like drive me around and do my hair and stuff, and the younger one I can just boss around, and just like act some favors and stuff.
I had older brothers, and I had older brothers that drove me around, and I had younger brother and sister that I bossed around sometimes too. So, and because it's benefits, I could see that. But so you internalized. Have you internalized anger anytime where you had a belief about yourself when you were angry, or about
So
somebody
no,
else?
like the person who makes me the most maddest has to be Caleb. Like we do have moments where like, we get along. I'll go in his room, like we'll play games, and then I'll leave. And like, but we do have like like the times we're always fighting.
I tell you, that siblings, that always happens. All right, my go. Ready?
Okay.
Sometimes the bottom in the beginning is because it's pretty stable. Okay. What day is your worst day of the week and why?
Oh, I know. I know.
Monday, because I gotta go back to work.
I know, because Mondays are like the worst days. Because like, by Monday, the worst days is back to school after weekends. And it's just always the hardest after the weekends. You always have the worst days.
You both agree.
My turn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Test don't go. I'm scared to go. I'm going for this teeth. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Now you can pull it from the other side. Yeah.
That's scary doing that. Okay, his question is, ooh, what is one of your favorite memories?
Ooh.
Okay, I have so much favorite memories, but like, okay, so one is very recent, another was a few months ago. Okay, so my first, I know I always say that was every single one of my birthdays, but I probably have to do was it my 9th or 10th birthday? Cause like, I forgot what I turned, either 9 or 10. I think it was my 10th birthday. I can't remember. Like, that had to be my favorite birthday of all times, cause like, it was like a very fun one. And like, I remember like I think it was my 9th birthday. Cause my 10th birthday, I think I was sick.
Now, why was your 9th? Well, why was that memory?
Okay, cause like, I remember like me having like pancake, like a Lucky Charm pancake thing that my mom got. And like, she let me have ice cream for breakfast. And no one, no mom would ever do that, so that was really fun to do. And another one was like on Wednesday when I had dance, cause like it was like my teacher's birthday and another parent. So like we ate like cupcakes, and then like from technique, we didn't really do anything with technique. We were just having so much fun. Like we just throwing dust at each other, and like we got in trouble cause like she wanted us to like put it back, so we got in trouble after that. But that was so fun.
You just like the fact that your mom lets you kind of do things you don't ordinarily do, and then with your friends at dance.
Yeah, I think like I know that I was like, I'm not gonna have this like moment again. Like those are so like try having the best time of it. Because like I know I'm not gonna have that moment again.
The next birthday.
Yeah.
Now, what about like remember your last birthday party? That was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Was that the one where all your friends came over?
Yeah, it was. That was so fun.
The house was so filled.
Yeah, you guys were just upstairs.
Oh my god!
All this time with
I
my
heard
friends.
the screams. And
Yeah.
But-
That's so fun.
what was the question again?
What was one of your favorite memories?
Now you said you wanted to get the most out of that day because I know I'm not going to get this moment again. Can you speak about that? Like, what does that mean to you when you say that?
So like cause like I know like I'm not gonna like always like be playing with my friends like that, cause like cause like two people already quit.
Dan?
Yeah, like they quit the dance.
How did that make you feel when they quit?
So like the first one, her name's Mia. I thought it was just like me and her, like was the most flexible people there. But yeah, and
When Mia left, do you miss Mia now?
yeah, I still miss it, cause like she was like the oldest one there, but like also the most funnest. Yeah. So when she quit, like everyone was concerned. Like I know we all missed Mia, cause like she was like everybody's friend. But then and the other person quit, Haley, like of course we're all sad, cause like it's kind of like a small group. So like I'm friends with everybody there, cause like a small group. So like when she quit, like I didn't know why she quit. I heard it was kind of personal. So like I still don't know why, but like it's just like sad.
How do you deal with sadness when you feel it?
Like when I'm alone, I cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe when you feel sad that you could come to me and mom talk to us about it. And even if you want to cry, it's okay. I know it a little bit embarrassing sometimes to cry in front of people, but maybe mom and I could help like talk you through the sadness. Maybe take you somewhere to cheer you up. Or do something special to cheer you up. Have you like ever thought about it that way?
No.
It's something to think about. When you have sadness, you could come and maybe go to mom or come to me, and just we can talk about it. And even if you want that moment in your room to cry, and then when you let it out, or if you want to cry, come to me and cry. That's fine. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe I might have an idea that can help. Like maybe look, when Mia quit, maybe mom could have called Mia mom and set up play dates, exchange numbers.
Yeah, but I also like she had her number.
Yeah, but mom could always find it out from the dance school.
Hmm.
Mia's mom, So there are things that we can do to help. So that's a good example of internalizing. You were sad, you internalize it, and you probably cried, but you thought maybe there was no hope because she's quit. But when you maybe talk about it with someone, who knows? There could possibly been solutions,
Yeah.
So I think that's a great example. There could have been, I'm not promising that there would have been, but you never know, right? Remember you always say to me, you never know?
Yeah. And like another favorite memory, like it was a while back. I was like 10. It's like a while back. Like I was at my grandma's house, and like we were playing. I was playing freeze tag with like my cousins. That was like very fun. We were playing that like morning to like night, all day. Yeah, that was so fun.
Now, if it's okay with you, because we have these conversations, and I'm so glad that you're telling me new stuff too on this show. But we have these conversations, Sadie and I, offline in private, obviously. So is it okay if I share about you feeling sad about particular people leaving, like when they moved away?
I mean,
We don't have to. We don't have to if you don't want to. We can move on.
that's so fun.
Okay. All right.
Oh gosh, I am feeling. Why would we just fall down?
Here you go. Okay. What is something you used to do that you have not done in a long time? Fishing. Oh, Lord Jesus, I need to go fishing. What about you?
Me? What was the question again?
What is something that you used to do that you haven't done in a long time?
Something I used to do, they haven't done in a long time. Probably like,
Would you like some tea?
no thanks.
Okay. What is it?
Probably like, doing a specific world in Minecraft.
Oh.
But I play, cause I barely play Minecraft. But like, a few days ago I played it. It was really fun. So I'm probably gonna start playing Minecraft more often.
Do you used to play with friends?
My cousins.
Do you miss playing with them?
I mean, no one plays in that world no more. But it was really, really fun. Cause like I learned so much things, like in Minecraft, in that world. Like before, I was very bad at Minecraft. I still am bad at Minecraft, but I got a lot better.
And as we go on to the next questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about even after we stop recording about internalizing, and think about what we water, the things that we water about ourselves and about others. And if we find ourselves watering things that are negative, that's a good indication to be like, wait, I'm watering a negative thought. Let me go talk to mom and dad about it. Let's process this. You know what I mean? And that's something we can do. What do you think about dad going to therapy?
I feel like it was good for you because like you learned so much stuff. Like before, sorry, like you learning like how to be better as a dad.
Well, was there a difference? What's the difference with dad before therapy and after therapy?
Okay. So before, like you learn out a lot. But like I'll say your name and like you'd be like, huh? Like you answer and like I say ask something and then like, yeah, Sean. And like but when they do it, like you like He'll like be like, what the heck? Like, I have no idea what's going on. Oh, but I asked you. He kind of
But I'm getting better, right?
yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard that. Before I started therapy, and it's part of my disassociate that I disassociate a lot, like a lot. And Sadie she would ask me a question and she'll be like, "Hey dad," and I'll be like, "Huh?" And like, "Can I do X, Y, and Z?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then later I'll go and I'll be like, "Sadie, what are you doing?" And she says, "Dad, I asked you and you said yes." Um, and one of the things I've been working on in therapy was um being more present. So I try to, I'm not perfect, but I try to, if one of my kids call me, stop what I'm doing. If I'm scrolling, if I'm working, I put the phone down like this and I look up and I address them. It's just a example. Go ahead and call me, Sadie. I'm scrolling on my phone.
Okay. Actually,
Yeah, like actually.
Oh.
No, I'm scrolling and you like try to get my attention.
not like call. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Dad.
Yes, Sadie. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do is just be more present and get out of that part of my brain that keeps me in a state of disassociation, especially when I'm triggered. And what could trigger me is being in in stress. So if I work from home, so if I'm working, anything that caused me to be triggered, puts me in that state. And then the people around me, they kind of got tuned out. After therapy, one of the things I work on is being more present. So I love that you brought that up and I love that you noticed that. So thank you for telling me that you noticed that because I'm working on it.
Okay. I eat so good right now. I barely eat grapes. They're so
They're so
good.
good. They're so crunchy.
And juicy.
I'm going to be the one to break this entire thing. If you could have 3 wishes, what would they be?
Oh,
You can answer that one first.
okay. The number one thing I want the most is like to learn how to drive.
Wait, you're 11. Why would you want to learn?
Okay, so like I like how I said like I like watching videos a lot and doing what they doing. Like I watch videos of like, people sneaking out, so I want to learn how to drive so I can sneak out.
If you sneak out, where would you go?
I'll go to 3 places. Either Miami or California. Crumble. I love crumble.
So is crumble cookie the first stop when you sneak?
Probably. Either probably California or Miami. Probably Miami.
Now, what about California and Miami makes you want to sneak out and go there?
Well, no reason. I was like, cause I've never been in California before, and I love Miami.
Now, what's going to happen if you sneak out and go to Miami? Because you know that's a long, long trip. And then mom and dad wakes up, go to your room, and you're not there.
Well, you're asleep. You never be asleep.
I'm going to go to Miami and be back before the day's over, the night's over.
But maybe not Miami. Is it good to in and out? Cause I want to do that so badly.
You'll sneak out. You'll take the car and you go in the In-N-Out Burger
And crumble.
and crumble cookie.
Oh.
And you're stuffing your face and coming back before you wake up.
I mean, it can be. I just sneak out any time. I probably sneak out around 12 o'clock.
Now, does that seem like exciting? Like you want to do something exciting, like sneaking out?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a good question for you then. I think it's a good question. Do you think we do enough exciting things? Or do you wish there was more exciting?
Probably a little bit more, cause like a few days ago, like you found out about it.
Jaden came to me and was like, Dad. I'm like, what, Jaden? Can you tell to your daughter? I'm like, why? He was like, she's asking me to wait till your mom go to sleep. I take her to Burger King so she can hit McDonald's.
No. Yeah. McDonald's.
Yeah, like take her to McDonald's. I'm like, oh, Sadie, Sadie, Sadie. And then Sadie, I'm like, Sadie, you already planned tonight? And you looked at me and you're like,
Because I told you not to tell anybody, but he told.
so, so is there like an excitement about that you wish you had more excitement?
Cause like, I kind of want to go to McDonald's. No, I'm not a big fan of McDonald's. I just like the fries.
Is there something we could do exciting that doesn't require disobeying your parents?
Disobey.
Yeah, sneaking out is disobeying. It's being sneaky.
I mean, technically, it's not disobeying because he never told us not to.
Okay, well, for the record, I'm officially, and everyone's hearing, I'm officially saying, new rule in this house, sneaking out is not okay. I just thought that was understood. Sneaking out and taking the cars is not okay. Just for the record, okay? So now it's a rule. But on a serious note, do you think that maybe like doing more exciting things, it'll be something like
I feel like more exciting. Probably like going to Miami.
okay, so you talk about Miami a lot. A lot of our vacations
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Is that why you like Miami so much? Because every time we go there,
Yeah. Yeah.
And what about the road trips and stuff?
Yeah. I love going to the beach.
You do. Just so you know, Sadie is a family person. Sadie is at her happiest when we're having family night, when we're going on road trips, when we're having vacation. And one of the reasons we started a while back the weekly family night, to be intentional, is because of Sadie. We see the joy on your face when we have family night and when we're doing our family dinners, and we see how much you just enjoy laughing together and being together. What is it about family when we do things together? What is it about that makes you so happy?
Probably like maybe memories back then.
Do you like to make new memories?
Oh yeah, like every time we have something like that's like fun, like it is automatic, like and like that's special. It'll become like a memory that I can never forget.
I love those.
Like a core memory.
Core memory for me is vacations.
For me, also vacations. One thing I like about like driving to vacations is one, I get to like go like the gas station and get. Yeah, I normally go with him, and like he does not care what I get. But if I go with mom, she will limit me.
So here's a great thing about just what we're the topic about internalizing. Do you know you can internalize the way you think about other people? For example, you and I were very close, right? Like very close. And mom and the boys, they're very close. And one of the things is, mom, I am a girl's dad. You get whatever you want. In most cases, we have daddy-daughter dates. We don't call them dates anymore. She's getting older, so we call them hangouts. And mom is the one that will do the school with you, your homework, take you to dance, everything that is structural. Do you internalize the relationship between me and mom is different? Like, do you see, and this have come up before, so we've talked about this. Do you see me as more as the one you can come to and like connect with, and you see mom as more as like the stricter person? So do you internalize it in a way where the way you see me and mom?
Yeah, cause like I feel like mom is like more strict, and like you're like the more like fun person.
Yeah. And you know, that's a great internalization how you see it. But the truth is, mom is actually not more strict. Mom is more structured. And there's a difference. Meaning, if you're like falling behind on your homework or your school, mom comes and try to get you back caught up, right? Like when you're falling behind. And bedtime and No, Sadie, put down your device. Mom is very structured and organized, whereas dad is very like, I go by my heart, by my feeling. But if you only had dad and you don't have mom's structure, you'll be a hot mess. Because you'll only eat junk.
I probably won't not only eat junk. No, cause I have like some like watermelon, like grapes, like watermelon. I like yeah, the sweet stuff, the sweet
And
sweets.
we can internalize the way we see others. You could internalize it like, oh my gosh, mom is make me do this and that and my homework and blah blah blah. And whereas dad is more like, okay, Sammy, you want to go to the store with me? You're like, yeah, we go to the store, you get some ice cream. You're like, Dad, can I get this? I'm like, sure. And sometimes it's not fair to the other parent that's being the structure one. It's not fair to them because sometimes the kid could internalize that as well, they don't care about me the way dad does. Right. And then we had the opposite effects with the boys, where I was the coach dad. So I would coach them. I would take them to their ball games, their soccer games. I would be in the backyard training them. So, and then I would be more giving them that masculine dad part where mom was more nurturing to her boys, especially her elders. So they saw mom as more of a connection and a nurturing side, but saw me more strict. So now it's reversed with you with mom, where mom takes you to your dances and mom helps you with your routines. So you see her as more strict. But the thing is, we're both the same. So internalizing is just the way that you internalize it, that experience, the way you see it, right? And it's a great thing to learn. It's a great word to learn. It's a great word to apply in the way you see yourself and the way you see others. Now, I'm going to ask you to pick another one and go again.
Hey, what? Let's go on
Okay.
with US. Oh my god. It's gonna fall, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. I knew it. I knew it.
Good one.
Oh my gosh.
Do you would have hope for a happy future?
I'll say yeah.
How so?
Cause I'm planning to be like that one rich mom. That one like, that one rich, fun mom. That one, you know.
Now, tell me that one word, rich, fun mom. Tell me about her.
I mean, like I'm planning to like be like the like rich, like having my personal like maid, my personal chef, my personal assistants. Those.
Well, I know that, but you said mom. Explain the type of mom that you would be.
So like I'm planning to have like lots of kids. Probably not 16. Definitely not 16.
Because you want your daughters to have sisters and your sons to have brothers?
Yeah. But I mainly want girls. I do not want boys.
Okay. Because boys think, right?
Yeah. But not there's only one boy that's not gross. Just this one boy.
Hey.
He's not my boyfriend, but we're in like the talking stage.
Is the talking. How old is he? What's his name? And where does he live? But you're only 11.
So it's changing fast. Everybody has a boyfriend nowadays. Everybody. Yes. Okay, let's move on. Okay, moving on. We had enough boy talk already. This is one boy. Not that gross. No.
I promise you he picks his bullet.
I mean, he does, like, sometimes.
If you're
Sometimes, but he's funny. It's like, you know what? like he's and like he's nice to me.
If you could have any question answered in the whole world, what would it be?
Like, okay, I'll have to pick. So like this is a question probably everybody's wondering. Like in like the Bible, it was like God was like there from the start. But like how is he there? Like,
Oh, if God was there from the start, then who created?
yeah.
Oh, that's so deep. The way I see it is I don't have an answer for it. And it's okay not to have answers. Because think about it, right? If I mean, this doesn't make sense because it's not a living thing. But if I create this cup exists. But this cup will never understand how it was created. It just knows that it exists. I don't think we have an answer since he's the creator and we are the created. Like, I'm the creator and this is the created. It will not understand. And since we are the created, I think we will never understand. And that to me, I think that's one of those questions that when we go to heaven, we could definitely ask God. Like, how did you come about? And now there might be better questions out there if you post this online. I mean, answers, bro, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I have a good answer for that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know, cause like cause like it'll be nearly impossible. Well, it's just like spawning out of nowhere.
Spawning out of nowhere. Because our human brains cannot understand it. You know what I mean? But then where did we came from? Then
God.
we spawned out of nowhere.
Wait, actually, technically, we came out of. Well, you came out of dust, and we came out of boys.
Because of Adam and Eve.
Like,
I came out of the dirt and you came out of our ribs.
yeah, so.
We're gonna wrap up, and I want to wrap up with this one that I pulled out
Okay.
the blast. This one for me is big because I'm gonna start doing some podcast episodes on this topic that runs very deep, and I'm glad that I got this to end with you. What does forgiveness mean to you?
Forgiveness?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say, like, Caleb done something purposely to annoy me.
Caleb did something to annoy you.
I will probably just be so mad at him, I want to punch him like I normally always do and do.
Uh-huh.
But, like, I was like, probably, like, go in the room and spend a few time, like, I'm like, just like cool off a bit. And then make me less want to punch him. Like I normally always want to do.
But then what does forgiveness mean to you?
Forgiveness? Probably like, I mean, like, when I'm not mad, when I forgive someone for what they did.
So it's almost like calming down and letting go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm learning about forgiveness?
What?
And I'm gonna do I have a very important guest that we're planning to bring on the show. And this guest she's written books on forgiveness.
What?
She has written books on forgiveness.
Wow.
And she's teach classes on forgiveness. And I had a conversation with her the other day over the phone. And one of the things we're discussing is the connection between forgiveness and healing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used a phrase with her and I said, I believe forgiveness is the door. Forgiveness is the doorway through your healing journey. I think healing starts and ends with forgiveness. But I don't think healing and forgiveness is the same thing. I think they're two different things. And a lot of times, you know what I mean by healing?
Yeah.
What?
So probably like, if someone like cut it, like you're feeling like very badly, like, and you still forgive them, but it feels like strong thing to do.
Yeah. But you might forgive them, but you still might be hurt from it.
Yeah.
In other words, let's say Caleb took a stick and by accident he hit you with the stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can forgive him, but your body will still be wounded from that hit, right?
Yeah.
But you forgive him because you know it was an accident. But did that heal your body?
No.
Your body is still wounded, right?
Yeah.
And the series that we're gonna do and episode we're gonna do, if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, I really think you should, because it's gonna be so impactful. We're gonna discuss the difference between forgiveness and healing, and it is possible to forgive someone, but be so deeply wounded that you're not healed. And a lot of times, in a lot of different religions, whether you're in the church, in Christianity, and even in other religions, people practice forgiveness, but a lot of times no one practices healing. And occasionally, the series that we're going to do on this, Sadie, is going to be so powerful. And for me, what forgiveness means to me, I'm realizing now that forgiveness is the door to my healing journey. I've forgiven a long time ago, but now I'm on the healing part of forgiveness. Anyways, I just rambled and ranted. Sadie, how do you think this episode went?
Then,
Can you tell me something you learned?
probably something I learned. Maybe to express my feelings more.
Express your feelings. And what is it, some of the reasons we hold our feelings in? And does it tie back to that word we learned? Internalize?
Yeah.
And what does internalize mean to you?
It means to me instead of just letting the bad thoughts get to me, just let go of it and just think about the good things about you.
Yeah. And we don't water those negative thoughts about ourselves. We don't put water on it. We don't feed it. It's gonna come. They do come. But it's how much attention we give it. And if we're having a hard time with that, you can talk to a parent. And if you have a hard time talking to a parent, we could talk to a counselor, right? So I think this was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. I think you should with all of them.
Oh, no. You could ask any guest. I've never used the words. It's been one of my favorite episodes. This is the first time I've said that.
Okay.
Oh, you're internalizing. Are you
I don't know.
I don't have any negative thoughts. This literally is my favorite episode.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see about the next episode.
It won't be as negative. Thank you for watching the 4 Letter podcast.
I'm out. Peace.